Another day, another shitty YouTuber apology, but today's a little bit special because there's two different apology videos that we are going to be going over. To quickly catch you guys up on the situation, YouTubers Lewis McClum and Katiclyzm both released hit piece expose videos on former editor for I'm Alex, Danky Jabu. In both of these videos, they accused Danky of still being friends with I'm Alex. The accusations were based on Danky making a joke about the annoying orange when the random person DM'd him asking why he still followed I'm Alex on Instagram. Yeah, I know that's pretty crazy. That's very fucked up of him to do. Make a joke about the annoying orange. Both of the videos are terrible hit pieces, mainly based on assumptions. I was going to cover one of those videos, but sadly they have already been taken down before I was able to do so. Both YouTubers have already released apology videos, and today we are going to be going over both of the vids, and we're going to start with Lewis's.
I'm really sorry. To Jesse, to my audience, to his, to whoever overlaps. I'm sorry for any harm I caused by spreading my ideas as fact. I apologize for being forceful when trying to get an apology or a statement out of Jesse, when it was really not my place to do so, or my right to interject myself. I apologize to all my fans that I hurt by misplacing your trust, and I apologize to everyone who took my word as fact and then acted upon it, and now feels bad about doing so. And it's not your fault. It's mine for insinuating any of it. I apologize to Danky Jabu, Jesse, for making him feel like he needs to out himself. That was never my intention, but it still happened, and I am still extremely sorry for doing so. Do not feel good about it in the slightest. As two ace people, I hope one day, in the very far future, that we can be part of the community together.
First off, I'm glad to see that this man is actually wearing some normal clothes. In his last video, he was dressed up like he just came back from a fucking Renaissance festival. Surprisingly though, this video is actually off to a good start. He does seem like he is taking accountability for what he did and is apologizing for it. If he is being genuine, I can't really say, but I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt and believe that he is actually sorry for what he did.
I spoke with Jesse last night at time of recording, and we had a very productive conversation considering. I mean, even without all of this, it still would have been a very productive conversation. Because I had some things in my possession, some quote-unquote evidence that if it was true, it would be very bad for him. To all people saying I was blackmailing him, that was never my intention. In a live that I greatly regret doing, it was a huge mistake. I almost showed this, again, quote-unquote evidence, without consulting him. In the heat of the moment, when I almost showed it, I then also, in the heat of the moment, decided I shouldn't do this without talking to him. And by that point, it was too late, and I had already mentioned this quote-unquote evidence. I felt in the moment that I had to keep repeating myself. Again, it was a live, and it was my fault that it was, which did come across like blackmailing, which was truly never my intention. I just wanted to talk to him privately. Again, we had a very productive conversation, and I'm going to keep it private. I'm not going to show any receipts, considering the opposite is what got us here in the first place. For all of those who want to know more information, all I will say is that he gave me ample proof that this was misinformation, or at least blown out of proportion. It was never a problem, and it will never be a problem.
In this part, I wasn't really sure of what he was talking about because this wasn't addressed at all in his original video, but from what I can understand, he is addressing what happened during a deleted live stream where he blind reacted to Danky's response, and from what I could tell, Lewis stated that he had problematic material and that it is very bad, worse than all of this, and if it is true, could be career ruining, and that he doesn't want to release it. No matter how bad the drama that you're in, you should never do a blind reaction to it on a live stream. That is literally one of the dumbest possible moves you could make as a content creator. I can't believe he was stupid enough to actually do that. I do think that he's lying when he said that it wasn't supposed to be blackmail. At the very least, he was trying to leverage himself having career-ruining material to scare Danky into having a discussion with him about it. I do think that that's extremely scummy to do, especially because he never fact-checked that information to see if it could possibly be true. He just took it at face value. You should take all this with a grain of salt, though, because I couldn't watch the original live stream because it was taken down. So I kind of had to piece this all together from a big Reddit post that I saw basically breaking down his live stream that he took down. And this is kind of just the conclusion I came to. I might be wrong.
Also, I want it to be very clear. Katie did not come to me for me to make this video. I went to her to ask if she had any more evidence on the subject. She then just showed me what she had already posted on other sites like YouTube and Twitter, and I went on my way to make my script and then to make my video. For those who are mad at me, I do not blame you. You have every undying right to be fed up with me. But to say that Katie threw me under the bus, and then for those of you who are out there mocking her abuse, that is too far. That is why her and I made our videos in the first place. It was to address a situation in which somebody could possibly be mocking abuse. It turned out to be very, very wrong, and we were very, very wrong. But that does not give you the right to mock her abuse. As for me, be as brutal as you see fit. And to Jesse and my audience again, I am extremely sorry. I will learn from this like there is no tomorrow, and grow from this instead of letting it become a pattern. I was so dead set on sticking to my upload schedule that I would be negligent of a story and allowing it to grow so that I could then cover it in good faith. From now on, I will only upload videos on subjects where I take the ample time to find proof, as diligently and as long as it takes for me to do so. I will learn and I will grow. This was a huge mistake on my end, and I only made it worse by hopping onto a stream in the heat of the moment when I did not have my full opinion settled. And I deleted my live and my video as to not spread any more hate to his side of the internet. Now that I know I have done damage, I will not allow any more to be done to anybody else except for me. But in this situation, Jesse is justifiably angry, and I am justifiably getting a lot of shit. And that's all what needed to happen for me to realize that I was very, very wrong. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody who held me accountable. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm very sorry.
It's good that he's now going to start finding proof for his videos, but in my opinion, that is the absolute bare minimum that you need to be doing while making expose videos. You should not make a video exposing someone when you have zero proof and zero evidence for what they did. That is extremely fucked up and extremely dishonest. It actually blows my mind that he thought it was okay to release a video throwing out such crazy allegations with no evidence to his audience of 300,000 people. All in all though, I think this was a pretty decent apology. He did keep it short, which is good, and it was straight to the point. I think the only thing that really matters though, if he does change his content for the better in the future and he doesn't keep making these dumb mistakes. Now we're going to go on to Katiclyzm's apology video. She was the first one to come out with these allegations against Danky in a now deleted live stream. I've only seen clips of the live, but from what I can tell, she was spreading the same allegations as Lewis.
Apology to Danky Jabbo. The live stream that I did before was pointless, and it was ultimately based off of no real evidence that I had, and if I was going to come and talk about our conversation, I should have had receipts. I should have been able to show things so that what I was talking about actually had substance. I want to apologize for that live stream being so all over the place, and I want to apologize for making you feel as if you had no other choice but to make a video, because ultimately whatever was said on our call was not anybody else's business other than our own, and I should have been more mature just to sit down with you and have these conversations and hash it out in private rather than take it public. I do want to make it so inherently clear to everybody watching this and anybody who is upset by the situation that I know no matter what I say, it doesn't matter. Whatever reasoning I give does not matter. The outcome has meant that a person has had to come online and defend themselves based off of ultimately was a private phone call that I was not happy with the result of.
I am going to skip most of her apology video because it is 8 minutes. And mainly the entire thing is just her apologizing for each individual thing that she said. It's extremely boring and I don't really have much to say about it, but she does take accountability for what she did. And I feel like it is a pretty good apology. It's just too long in my opinion.
Obviously, I have learned from this. That doesn't mean much. You can only, I guess you can only see from my actions. Actions do speak louder than words. That's something I've preached time and time again. And I just think me apologizing is only going to do a certain amount. I guess it all boils down to how I act in the future and how I change up my approach to dealing with things that upset me, because that's ultimately what this was caused by.
In conclusion, though, I think both of them are really shitty people for what they did and extremely irresponsible with their platform, with how they both threw out these type of allegations without any proof. I'm not really sure how I feel about them, if they are actually sorry for what they did or if they're just apologizing to save face and try to mitigate the damage to their reputation. I do think we still should give them the benefit of the doubt and believe that they are actually sorry for what they did. But like I said before, all of this doesn't really mean anything if they don't change their content or if they keep doing the same thing in the future. Because if they make this type of mistake again, I'm almost positive their channels are just fucking cooked. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys in the next one.